Now we've got a question on if functions. Indian tourism will implement an advertising campaign in other countries based on the number of tourists that visited the Taj Mahal in 2016, 2017 and 2018. So we've already seen these numbers here. The advertising campaign will be implemented as follows. Regular if there was an increase in the number of tourists between 2016 and 2017 and between 2017 and 2018, or strong if there was a decrease. Insert a nested if function into cell I7 to determine whether regular or strong should be implemented. Right, so they've told us exactly what cell we need to use, so let's just have a look at what we're looking at here. Now the first thing to understand is what it is that we need to be aware of. Increase in the number of tourists, so this is the percentage change, so in this case it says 4.6, so if we just look at that number, then we can see, right, so I've got a little description here of what it is that I want us to look at. So if the increase in the number of tourists between 2016 and 2017, this means that this cell is positive. What do I mean by that? Well, it must be the case that this number goes up to become this number. So we actually have an increase. If it's an increase, it's going to be positive. You can see also here, sometimes the numbers go down. And likewise, if you look at the actual cell numbers, you can see that they're going down. Right, so what does that mean in terms of our criteria and our formula? Well, if a cell is positive, it means that G8, in this case the cell reference is G8, must be greater than 0. So this is what our test is going to be. It's going to be our test is going to be whether the cell is greater than 0. So what we now need to look at, just delete the box, what we need to look at here is these two numbers. So if both of those numbers are positive, then we should get a situation where it says regular, and if one of them is negative, we should get a situation where it says strong. So let's think about our if function. Right, if, and then we can go there and we can go to f of x, which is probably the best way of doing it. Let's move it and have a look. So we're saying, first of all, the logical test is this cell. Now, I'm not going to do greater than, because if I know it's greater than, that doesn't tell me anything. But if I say it's less than 0, then I know that that cell has gone down. So I can say, if the cell has gone down, we look at the question again, if there was a decrease in any of the years, so if there's a decrease in the years between 2016 and 2017, that must mean that it's strong. They must do a strong, and it says it in capital letters, so let's put it in capital letters. Now if it doesn't say, we don't know, just because that's gone up, that the next one will go up. We'll have to look at the next one and see. So this is where we put our other if function. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put an if with the brackets in. I'm going to press OK, and then I'm just going to delete those quotation marks because it isn't text that I've got here. It's actually a formula. Just getting that wrong. Let me have a look. Right, OK. Now what I'm going to do, select the if, and then go back to f of x. Now, so what I've got here is I've got the ones that this go down, the situations where this go down, I've already got the answer strong. So I now need to look at this cell, and if this cell is less than 0, then again also it will be strong. Now remember, these are only the answers, for those cells whereby this was positive. So if this cell is positive, and then if it's not less than 0, it also means this cell will be positive, so then that means that that will be regular. So we can write regular. Right, and you'll see when we use the f of x, it already puts the quotation marks on for us. Now that gives us an answer of regular. What we could probably do here is just check it on a few ones. I'm just going to control and paste it, and you can see anywhere where there's a negative, it gives us strong. So let's just pick a negative there, that gives us strong. Let's try and find one which has a negative as the second number, and we can see that that works for everything.